Hello, my name is Adam Halsmeyer. Today we're going to be doing a little pool maintenance. I need to change the filters on my pool filter here. It's a Pentair cartridge filter. We're going to change the filters on it because they've gotten gummed up over the years of use. We ordered some new ones through Amazon. Hopefully they'll be good. And we're going to show you the steps that I use to clean the filters. And this time I'm just going to change them out, but generally this is how I go about cleaning the filters. Again, before you start this, you might want to read the owner's manual, or if you can't understand that, this is just how I do it. We're basically dealing with a pressurized balm here, so you really want to be careful with what you're doing. I'm not recommending this is what you do, this is just how I do it, okay? So if you blow yourself up, don't blame me. First thing we're going to do, we're going to cut off the motor and everything. What you're going to need to do this is you're going to need a 7/8 socket, a deep one. And then you're also going to need a rubber mallet and some spray silicone. First thing we need to do is drain all the water in the filter. To do that, you got to let air into the system. So you twist this little knob on top. You can hear it air start to enter the system. So it has you just sit here and wait until the water gets pushed all the way below this portion of the filter. After a minute or so, you can really start to hear it start to bubble down, and once all the activity stops, you can kind of go on from there. So that I can hear there's no more bubbling going on, there's no more air, the water's where it needs to be. So we're going to get our 7/8 inch socket. Start working on this little nut right here. It's really long, and the first few times I did it, I just used a wrench, and then I quickly figured out that it definitely needs a socket. So what you have holding that belly band on is you have a washer, a spring which holds everything tight, another washer on the end of it, and this goes on the bolt of the belly band. Keeps everything nice and snug. So you're going to keep that to the side. Okay, so I'm going to lift it off. Give these a little shake so this thing comes off. Springtime around here is really difficult on my filters. As you can see, they look pretty bad. And I'd super wash these early in the springtime, so it's just all the trees and all the people we got swimming over here all the time. They look pretty bad. What happens on these over time is these little pleats and stuff, they get filled up full of lotion and nastiness, so it really restricts the airflow over time. You're supposed to soak them, and I hadn't been doing that. I didn't know I was supposed to until just recently. So what I want to do is I just got a new set, and I want to use those, and then when they need to be changed out, I'll have this set soaked and ready to go when they need to be changed out. That way I can always have a pair ready to go in the pool. I won't have to stop the pool, because soaking them takes a couple of days, because I don't have anything long or tall enough to put these things in. So I wasn't going to clean out this bowl, but the filters are way dirtier than I expected, so I think I should go ahead and do that while I'm here. do that, you just get your pair of channel locks and there's a drain plug right in the front of it. You just loosen it up, the water will drain out all the way everywhere. So make sure you don't have nothing sitting around that's going to get washed away. Once you get the bowl drained, you just take a water hose and spray out whatever's left in there. That elm tree down there on the end of the pool, it puts out so much debris in the springtime. Pool builder swore up and down that it wasn't going to be much of a problem. It wasn't going to be a problem. Every day I wish that thing was cut down. Don't ever let a pool builder talk you into saying a tree's not going to be a problem, because it is. I took this O-ring out here. I noticed there's quite a bit of sand buildup around it. So, gotta make sure I clean the O-ring off good, because any little crack or any little way for water to escape, it will. So you gotta make sure that O-ring is clean. And I use this silicone stuff. Silicone spray, just WD-40, and go around there. Make sure everything's nice and clean so it'll seal off well. Alright, I got the O-ring stuck back on. Put this plug back up underneath here. Plug just screws right back up in there. There's an O-ring on it, so you don't have to get it overly tight or anything. Just make sure it's nice and snug. Don't go crazy on it though, because everything's just plastic. Alright, so we'll get the new filters to see what they look like. They just go right in there where the old ones were. Unbelievable how light these things are, being brand new and no water on them. I was getting a good deal, so I figured out they were the wrong one. Okay, so you take this little top thing here, make sure it'll lined up, all stuck down in the hole. Good to go there. It all looks pretty good. So, you take your silicone, go run it up, go bring it on the side. Get a little bit inside there, it's okay, or anything. Okay. Put the bell back on. Let me do this. I'm gonna make sure this thing is in the off position. We want to make sure it's in the off position, pointing straight at us. That way there's not an angle when you go to look at your water pressure. So now it's nice and straight, pointing right at us. Okay, now it's time to put the belly band back on. Do this as always. It's kind of a three-handed operation, but I've gotten better at it over the years. Take your belly band,
get it started. Doing good. So I had the original OEM belly band, and it was really hard to take on and off. I got this replacement from Amazon. I can get it on and off real easy just by myself. When it starts tightening up, you hear it start squeaking a little bit. You can take your rubber mallet. You want to hit a few times just around the belly band. Get it out. I started messing around with pulls, is how tight to get that little spring. You just want to tighten it up until there's no gaps left in the spring. Dang sure don't want to over tighten it. It'll bend that bolt. I've done that. I did that with that last one. Bent the bolt. It's almost impossible to take on and off. So you just want to go to the spring right here doesn't have any gaps. Little pro tip on this. One would think that you just fill it back up and put the lid on. But that's not the way these things work. You have to let the lid off, let it fill up full of water, and then put the lid on before it overflows, and that makes sure it's circulating well. Forever, I just would put the lid on after I fill it up, and I wasn't getting the right amount of chlorine. So you gotta take the lid off, leave the lid off until it starts, when it gets all the way almost full of water. Then put the lid on right there at the last second. Make sure everything's going good. All right, so we got everything ready to go. Turn the pump back on. We got lid back on for the pump. We got this. It's open. We got that open. Auto chlorinator. So when we turn the pump back on, the pump's going to prime up. It's going to fill up the filter. It's going to start shooting water out here. So that's always real exciting. And then once that is completely full, it'll come over here and start filling this chlorinator up. And at that time, I will put the lid on the chlorinator. So things are about to get exciting around here. Everybody. Hold on to your hat. It's real exciting because when this thing starts filling up and starts hissing, you think it's going to blow up on you. But it's just normal part of the program. Don't be alarmed. You get everything right, got the belly band on there right, everything will be fine. If not, it'll just blow up and I'll probably die. But, you know, no big deal. I got a pretty decent knock insurance policy. Alright, so we got this, it's primed up. You can see this starting to whistle. Everything's online. We'll start shooting water out here in a minute. You can hear the water coming. Choose water, turn it on. Get our lid. Put it on there. We're golden. Last thing you want to do is check for leaks around your belly band area. See no leaks. Already I can tell the PSI before I started this was around 30 to 35, and now it's sitting at 17. And that's really where the recommended area is, around 17. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching.